fuck going on here? Oh, we in this bitch.
Yo, welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Virtual Mancave podcast, family. It's the usual suspects minus a few, but let me introduce the crew. I got my good brother Leo over there, you know what I'm saying? He's going to say what you want to say, but you can't say because you might get blocked on social media. You know what I mean? He's wearing his black hat again for the second week in a row, so tread on thin ice, yo. You know what I mean? You see my good brother Arthur Sobers down there, cool, you know what I'm saying? He got the garage door open, let you know he living good, living fabulous, but don't run up on him, kid. You might get knocked out because he is the personal trainer of the man cave, kid.
Them two things in the back go
Straight.
get it, you see him?
You know what I'm saying? He is the
like
Panamanian professor, keeps us on point. Next to him, you heard the good brother D-Rigger, a.k.a. Triple OG of the crew, wearing his Purple Rain t-shirt representing for Prince. You know how we do in Minnesota, baby.
Happy birthday to my man.
Purple Rain. Let him know.
That's right.
Purple Rain.
He ain't singing, but we ready. That's damn right.
Yo, let him talk, man. Look, man.
And last but not least, you got me, the good brother Jay. I'm just ad-libbing all through the intro. What's good, though, man? What's going on, fellas?
What's going on,
Before
man?
we kick this off, man, I need to get a quick shout out to the University of Texas women's softball team, number 21, Caden Henry out there in center field. They went out there and took care of business last night. Hook 'em horns, way to get that college championship. Appreciate y'all. Hey, do your thing.
Listen, also, since we on the subject real fast, we giving out shout outs to women's softball. Shout out to the women's softball league who got their first they played their first major league game on the MLB network. I think it was today or yesterday, but either way,
yeah,
it was today. Listen, shout out to them ladies again, man. You know, I know Leo's gonna hate on women's softball, but
I was about to say, nigga, you ain't watched that bullshit.
I watched that whole bro.
I wanted to, but I missed
games,
it.
Bro.
I'll be real with you. I wanted to see it, but I forgot what time it came on. But shout out to them because women's softball is I'm glad they put some respect on their name because that game is kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. It's dope.
It's real.
They some players. They some hitters. They got some hitters out there. So yeah, shout out to the women. You know what I'm saying, doing what they do. But it is the man cave, so we just gonna do a man cave style, yo. You know what I mean? But we got to give shout out to the ladies as always. Listen, how y'all feel about the NBA Finals, yo?
Don't care.
That's terrible.
Wow.
New York Knicks
Wow,
fan give up.
It's a salty Knicks fan, yo. That's a salty Knicks fan.
Oh, it's a Knicks fan shit,
Yo.
Don't care.
Yo, Leo. You see, I knew Arthur was gonna hate, so I got something for Arthur real fast. Pause. Now I got something for you, Brody. Well, I find it though. What y'all think about game one that went down, man?
I'm not believing anything I'm seeing, but I'm kind of happy still because it's still something that's kind of dramatic. Hey, bro, it's been hard to call the whole playoff. It really has. But I will say this again. It's been fun to watch. It's been fun to watch. I don't know why they keep saying this was the lowest watched series in it. I'll tell you why, because there's so many damn haters of the NBA right now. It's good basketball. They played a lot of good defense. It's all right, and it was cool to watch. It was an unbelievable comeback, that's for sure. Though
the ratings are low because
crazy. That was crazy.
The ratings are low because it's two small market teams. That's the bottom line. Like their fan bases aren't nationwide teams. That's why it's low.
I just think that everybody hating. They none of their favorite players are there or something.
Well, I'm hating. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. He's hating. Less.
And I'm gonna show you why he's hating. Since 2000, the Knicks have only made it past the first round 5 times. 4 of those playoff runs have ended because of the Indiana Pacers. That's why he don't care about the
lot. That says a lot, but that doesn't say anything. Because I'm gonna be on Leo right here when he said, "What they done?" Leo, that's a Leo statement. What have they done? They ain't won nothing. It's the Indiana Pacers. It's a dry piece of toast, bro.
You know what it is? But it's a dry piece. If they're a dry piece of toast, then what are the Knicks? Because the Knicks can't beat them.
Hey, they the butter. They that nasty Land O'Lakes butter they putting on top. I don't know. It ain't got no salt. Ain't got no flavor.
You
I don't
know.
know. I can't say nothing about it. It's sad stuff.
And another stat, I believe, I know I'm off by a couple of numbers, but I'm really close. Leo, if you can you verify this for me real fast? But I think out of 170 NBA Finals games, whatever team is up by like 10 has always won. Like this is the first time a team has come back by such a deficit.
I'll give you the number.
To win.
It was 183 games
Okay,
played.
183 games played.
It was 183 games played. In the first game of the series, or in the finals, where somebody was up by 10 points with less than 2 minutes to go, nobody has ever lost.
Nobody's ever.
They did that a few times in this playoff run. They did a
How
couple
many?
of never
It was
happens
4, right?
before.
Is it 4 or 3, Leo? How
I
many
think
times?
it's like 3.
It's at least 3.
I think they did it like I think they said like they did it in each round. Once in each round they did it.
So let me ask y'all. This is
watch. Stand there and watch.
Can we attest? Can we give them credit for Indiana being dogs, never giving up? If they keep coming back like this,
I would like to. I don't know what else you would say. I don't know that. I'm not saying improbable, but that I ain't the buzzer ain't buzzed yet. Yeah, bruh. The buzzer ain't buzzed yet. Keep shooting. Everybody has done it. You got to give Halliburton a lot of credit. Excuse me. Okay. He was a part of that 19 turnover first half that they looked like they was getting ready to get tossed by about 100. But they was only down by 10 points the whole game. It was never more than 13. They managed to stay in it the whole way, bruh. And that fourth quarter mess that they be doing, bruh, you can't say nothing other than they are not there to lose. That's all I'm saying. They've proven that now in 3 different series. They're going to find a way to win. And they have played that way. It's going to be some drama, bro. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
I don't know why Arthur Hayden talking about it. He don't want to watch it and yada. Come on, Arthur, don't be a hater.
Art's still sitting back. He ain't really going to get involved with this conversation. Come on, bro. It's NBA, Art.
Don't care.
Tell him why you mad.
Hey, yo, okay, yo. Are we going to, okay, hey, Leo, you want to, hey, I know you ain't, did you give a eulogy last week?
Listen.
About the Knicks.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
Did you give one? I missed it. I want to hear it.
Y'all ready?
What it sound like?
Yeah, y'all ready? Andy's coming.
Yeah, niggas like, what the fuck wrong with these
niggas? What's good, family?
Yeah, I got stuck for a second. I said, what? Andy coming? Oh, yeah.
Listen, podcast family, you know how we like to crack jokes and play around and whatnot. Behind the scenes, came up with a great idea that if y'all seen that new TikTok trend where people do the Andy's coming trend thing from Toy Story. So every time somebody enters the man cave late, we gonna say, hey, Andy's coming. We all gonna play, we all gonna pass out like we went to sleep or something. When a member comes in just to play a little joke, you know what I mean? Nate, thank you very much for coming late today. You know what I'm saying? Showing up right on time on your time so we can do what we do.
Right.
But
right on
nonetheless, y'all.
Yo. That's the smoothest way I ever heard of you, late motherfucker. I like that shit.
Come on, sir.
You're right on time, your time, nigga time.
He not on time. Not on time, you on your time. Can't be mad. Yo, listen, real quick, because we got MLB Nate right in here. I know we talk about the NBA Finals recap, but I still want to let y'all know every Thursday at 8:00, Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean? Sometimes 9:00. We do MLB. We do the Virtual Man Cave MLB weekly wrap up with Nate. Trust me, man, you don't want to miss that, yo. You need to pull up, get well informed with baseball, highlights, news, information, standards, and we get to talk about my favorite team, the Mets. You know what I mean?
Journalism in full effect.
Exactly. Professional journalism, yo.
Journalism.
Also, Clyde
But
Schmidt, professionalism personified.
Hey, Nate. Before we leave the NBA, Nate, you just walking in. Let me get your 2 cents on what you think so far about the finals so far.
I think it's been great so far. You know, it's good to see. You know, what I mean, as long as it's a competitive finals, you know, I don't got no dog in the fight, but you know, it's a competitive fight. I know some people are like, oh, nobody wants to watch it because it's two small market teams, but
Arthur,
we always complain, we always complaining about good basketball. So you know, as long as there's good basketball being played, I don't care. I like to see it. You know.
Nate wrapped it. See, he said the same thing, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we know what we were looking for. Good ass basketball. Now, Nate, we couldn't get Art to say anything about the Knicks. You got anything you want to eulogize or anything about?
Oh, but the Knicks, I mean, I don't got nothing bad to say. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the Knicks. I would have been rooting for them if they made the finals. But like, hey, you got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Nobody thought y'all was going to beat Boston anyway. So, I mean, take that at least at some part. I mean, it's not a win, a championship, but you know, now you're going to have a new coach.
Wait,
You're going in a different
but they
direction. You know,
but they did beat Boston.
right? Yeah. When they
Boston,
thought
that's right. There you
when they thought
go.
they
What
weren't when they thought they weren't going to beat them. People had Cleveland and Boston already pegged for the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's the later on hindsight. Like, oh, okay, I see what's going on now. Let me jump on this thing to say. But the Knicks was in the beginning of the season, like they was expected to. It was supposed to be, oh,
Yeah.
Knicks traded up, like now they ready for Boston type shit. It was going to be
Yeah.
like the Boston
Yeah, that's
Eastern
true.
Conference Finals. Like I don't know why motherfuckers is remixing shit now. Like, oh, at least we made it
yo,
to the
Leo,
Eastern Conference Finals. Like we should
That's
just be
Leo.
true.
like, nah, nigga,
I'm
y'all was
glad.
expected to get there.
I'm glad me and you were
Y'all
standing on the
niggas
same
failed like
square.
a motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
before we move on to the next topic real fast, because we're gonna keep it moving. Yeah, I gotta put the disclaimer out there, yo. My bad, y'all. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Man,
Leo,
everybody
can you
know
put that in layman's terms?
everybody know being a Knicks fan is a mental illness. And you don't need a disclaimer for that. Everybody know that.
You're gonna be all right. It's gonna be
Everybody
all
know that
right.
shit.
You're gonna be all right. Look, Arthur, big mad,
He
son. Like you see
too,
his
man.
muscles
He ain't
flexing.
trying to come up. I
Yo, his
told you we
biceps is
start
flexing
change the
right now. He's
subject.
pulsing.
I'm so sick of the NBA right now.
That's why I
Oh,
said.
Oh, come
oh,
back.
he doing 50 reps soon as the show is over.
Oh.
But yo, how y'all feel about this right here? You know, Kyle Lowry has announced his return to the Toronto Raptors for his final season before retirement. He's a six-time NBA All-Star, NBA champion in 2019, Olympic gold medalist, Raptors all-time leader in assists, steals, and triple doubles, known for being the heart and soul of the North.
I mean, good career, man. Solid career. I mean, that's a good career, man. Seriously. I mean, Kyle Lowry was a dog, man. I mean, I respect Kyle Lowry. I've always liked Kyle Lowry. What they call him, Pudge. He's a
Yeah,
good ball player, man. He's a good ball player. You know,
That's all he
I
getting
don't,
on
I
me.
don't, I
That's
don't,
all
I
he
don't have no, I don't have no ill,
There you go. Yep.
I don't have no hate for Kyle Lowry. I don't.
I didn't know. I mean, I know he had a good resume, but I didn't know his resume was like that. You know what I mean?
I didn't know it was
Um,
like that either.
yeah,
Yeah, nah, he was on the squad with
with
He was
Kawhi
doing
them.
work
With
everywhere he
Kawhi.
went, bro. He was
Nah,
in
like
Miami
he was a,
leaguing. He
yep.
was a dog down in Miami. He played really well when they switched
He's
him
one of
up
those
there to the
people.
Raptors.
He's
Yeah,
one of those
man.
people who's putting up numbers, but you didn't really hear about him. Like the media wasn't pushing him. The machine wasn't behind him to hype him up. But
He
he was
was
still a
never,
dog
yeah,
though.
he was never that star point guard. He was just a good guard on good teams that had players that stood out. That's what, and I think that's all it is. he was a very
So
capable guard.
He was just part of them Toronto teams that ran into Braun every year, and
Exactly.
it was
No, he
Braun's
was no.
decade.
I mean, he was. I think he was. Looking at those numbers, he's a very good point guard. He
so
Yeah.
wasn't great, but he
let
was
me ask
very
y'all this
good.
question. If you had the opportunity to play on an NBA team or you're in the NBA, would you want to be, and I'm gonna just use these two players for an example. Would you want to be a Kawhi Leonard, a Kevin Durant, the main star key player, or would you want to be a Kyle Lowry type player? Like you solid, you get your numbers, but you're not in the spotlight, but you still gonna be an all-star, you still a killer, you still a dog, but you may not be thrusted at the face of the team or in front of the team.
Well, who's going first?
Uh,
You are
I,
Unc.
Oh, I am. Yo, bro, know your role. Know your role. If you're a star player and you know that you're a star player, be a star player. If you're a team player and you know you're a team player, you got to pick your role on the team and be that role player. And if you're really good at that, that's what's going to sustain your career. Be able to be a good team player no matter the hell what.
But
Either
see,
the
okay,
best player, but you got to always be a good team player. And I think that's why he's had a really good career, cuz he's learned how to be a good damn teammate and play with the best of them.
all right. Nate, what you think about? Well, what would you consider? What would you want to be if you had a
I,
choice?
I was always gonna be a role player. I was never that guy, no matter what. I mean, I could score when I needed to, but I was always role player type person. I didn't mind it, As long as we win, I could care less.
Exactly.
I don't need all that other stuff.
What about you, Leo? What's your perspective?
What was the question again?
If you had the option to either be the star player of the team, let's say a Kawhi Leonard, a Kevin Durant, LeBron, where the lights is on you and you still get your numbers, you still hoop and you still doing your thing, or would you prefer to be a player like Kyle Lowry? You'll be the second option, you still do your numbers, you're an all-star player, you're still nice, but you don't have that spotlight, so quote unquote, that light is not on you every night, but you're still expected to perform and do what you do because you dope, you're a dope player.
I don't know. I don't think you could. I think you work for that option, right? I don't think that's just something you could. But shit, nah, nigga. Yeah, I want to be the best, nigga. I always wanted to be that
Right?
nigga. So yeah, nah, you know what I mean? Like
All
I
right.
don't think I get that being a good teammate. 100%. I guess that's 99.9% of the time. But you can't be a Kevin Durant or a fucking Braun thinking like that.
No.
Like you are
No.
like what man, I love when this nigga said it, whether it's true, but like you gotta think like that. Harden was like, adapt to the system. I am the system, nigga.
Right?
Like ain't no, you know what I mean? Like ain't no, oh, I gotta figure this out now. I gotta figure out how I do it to
Mm-hmm.
accommodate what the fuck I got going on here. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to think like that to be that type of, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I always strive to be that on the court, on the basketball court. That's the only shit I gave a fuck about. Like that's what I'm saying. Like in football, I wasn't nice like that in football. So yeah, I played my role, but playing your role wasn't fun. And I said, fuck this. I was like, I'm better
Gotta
in
be the man,
basketball
right? Gotta
anyway,
be the
man. I
man.
just
Yeah,
dive
gotta
full
be the
steam in the basketball.
hmm
But yeah, nah, playing your role shit in sports, that shit ain't cut it for me. I was trying to be that nigga all the time.
Okay.
I
All
need
right. What
to.
about you,
I
man?
mean, I
What you think?
perform best on the spot. You know how niggas like spotlight hit them. A lot of niggas be folding like that. When crunch time, yeah, nigga, give me that ball, nigga. Let me entertain y'all niggas. I used to love that shit.
right. I got big. We doing this.
Damn, what?
We gonna take over.
Yeah, what? Yeah, ain't no
Put the
like, oh,
99 in the
oh,
2000. Tell them, Leo. Fuck that. It's me, boy.
All right. All right. What about you? Same thing.
uh,
What position
it's less.
pause would you like to
It's
play?
it's less. It's less pressure when you are the role player. So I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. Pause. Um, You always want to be a superstar. That's why you play. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who says they would rather be the role player, I don't think is necessarily telling the truth. However, I'm okay with being a solid role player and knowing my role and getting the buckets when I need to. You see what I'm saying? Because the spotlighting is when the spotlight is not on you, it's less pressure to just be you and do
So,
what you gotta do.
as a role player, do role players make all-star teams? Are they considered all-stars?
I
Man, you
mean, role
damn
players
right
make
it
all star
does.
players. Role players make all star teams.
Yeah,
Because I'm gonna be honest
yeah.
with you. So I guess I may could have said it differently. Because I don't think Kyle Lowry is a role player.
I don't think
You
he's
know
a
what I'm
role player
saying?
either. I
Because
think he was an
he's an
integral part.
all-star, but he
Right.
didn't have the spotlight on him. And I
But
kind of
he
think
wasn't
that like the fact
right.
that he
But you
didn't have
don't.
that light on him, he was able to thrive more. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have that
That
constant
that's my
pressure.
point. That's my point. So,
Right.
but you don't go to the courts and say, "Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna be the next Kyle Lowry." No, nobody says that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody says, "Oh, Kyle Lowry." You know what I'm saying? By Bron, Mike,
God, lie.
Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Nobody
Yo,
said.
that's a real live basketball head you ever see a nigga like, oh, Kyle Lowry.
Nah, you don't never see that. So,
Yo, he said
nah,
nobody says Kyle Lowry.
no, you know, nobody. Keith Hernandez, you know what I'm saying?
So
Nobody do that. You know what I'm saying?
so
So,
there's no kid in Toronto right now, because right now Raptors all-time leader in assists, steals, and triple doubles, 6-time NBA All-Star,
I don't think
Olympic
so.
gold medalist. Ain't no kid out there in the North talking about I want to be like Kyle.
Nah, I don't think so.
In Toronto, yeah. In Toronto, yeah. In
I don't
You
know.
know what I'm
Toronto,
saying?
I think in Toronto, yeah. I think it's some people in Toronto, yeah. Some kids who grew up, they want to be like Kyle Lowry.
dead ass, yeah. That's
Like
that's a
look at this
lifetime
stat sheet.
achievement, nigga, to be a Kyle Lowry
This
nigga in
is
I
Toronto.
mean, it's a good stat sheet. Don't get it twisted. I mean, it's a
that is
good
not a
freaking
role player
resume.
though. Those ain't
It's
role
not a
playing
role
numbers.
player. No, it's not. But he's a role player in a sense where he's not.
He's not a
You turn on
superstar.
Sports
He's
Center,
just a great.
right?
He's just a good player. He's
He's
a
not a
You
really
don't
good
turn
superstar.
on
player in a
He's an
really good
all-star.
you don't
position to be a good
you
player.
you don't
Okay,
put on
so then
Sports Center. Well,
so
hold
then you
on.
know what?
You don't
Let me ask. I guess I could rephrase the question then before we move on. Would you rather be a superstar or an all-star?
an All Star.
I guess that's what I should
All
ask
star.
then.
That's a
I mean,
superstar.
because if you look at Lowry's numbers from like 20, if you look at from 2013 to 2019, 2020, he was averaging at least 17 a game most seasons. When he was an all-star, 17.9, 17.8,
Yeah.
21.2,
So
22.4. But DeRozan took most of the spotlight. That's why people didn't look at him like that. They just looked at him as DeRozan's sidekick.
Well, yeah, he was the point guard, so that's his job
so
to
I guess
facilitate.
my question. I guess I
Exactly.
asked the wrong question. My bad. I phrased it the wrong way. All-star or superstar?
I say All Star.
You didn't phrase it wrong. You phrased it right.
No, you ain't
It's
phrasing
the
it
He's
wrong.
like
same.
a
It's the
player.
All
same
Star.
concept at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
basically that was my main point. Like that, like Arthur said, like yo, some people just like, nah, I'm good. Like I don't want that spotlight on me. Like that's a gift. Like I really honestly believe that's a gift. Like yeah, nigga, shine that shit
Because
right on me. Give me all that.
I'm not going to lie. Like playing with my friends and stuff like that when we was younger. Like my main basketball team, I was I was a role player. I played my position well. I led the team defensively because I just like playing defense. But when it came to the offense, I had people that they could score the ball at will. Like it was effortless. I had a point guard who was he was silky. Like he was smooth. I was just a backup. Like whenever you need help, you can swing it this way. I'm gonna give it. And honestly, I'm probably gonna give it back to you because I want to see what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had my homie Black. You know what I'm saying? He would take one step past half court. Like I seen him do Steph Curry stuff before Curry got into the league. Like but one thing I appreciate about growing up playing with them, they always made sure that Jay, you getting in the books, you scoring, you gonna get at least 8 points. You gonna get at least, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I just want a couple of steals. Give me some steals and assists, and I'm happy. You know what I mean? But
But I keep it honest. We talking basketball, and that's why I said I'll be a role player. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to baseball, a whole different story. I want to be top dude. I want to be. I want to be the person you look at. Everybody talk about baseball is a whole different story. I get real cocky and arrogant. I know it don't look like I could do, but I'm real arrogant in baseball. But basketball, a whole different story.
Okay.
Get
Now,
benched.
when I didn't play with my main basketball team, like with my crew, oh yeah, I'm him. I'm Sir Hemington. Give me the ball. I'm running. I'm running the show. You know what I'm saying? But speaking about running the show, y'all heard about because we talking about all stars and stuff like that, people who are in leadership and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
this gonna be the juicy conversation.
Before we talk about it real fast, I want to play the video about what Stephen A. Smith said. Let me know what y'all think.
Continue to react to the breaking news. The New York Knicks have fired head coach Tom Thibodeau after leading New York to one of their most successful seasons, their first East Finals in 25 years. Remember, Tibbs led this team to the playoffs in 4 of the 5 years that he coached. He led the Knicks to consecutive 50 or more win seasons for the first time since the 90s. And now we welcome in our Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A., there's a lot of folks on our set today who are pretty surprised and pretty upset, frankly, about this firing. What say you?
They should feel that way. I'm upset about it, too. I don't think this was fair to Tom Thibodeau at all. And I'm somebody that has been very critical of him in terms of his lack of use of his bench, not really prepping guys to really be able to contribute come playoff time, not going deep enough. As Kenny Smith articulated during the NBA playoffs, which I thought was the line of the year, Tibbs would have a hard time playing 9 dudes in a baseball game. That's who he is. But nevertheless, they won 51 games. They got to the Eastern Conference Finals. They improved in the playoffs all 4 years, the last 4 years or so. He has done.
But we're gonna stop that right there because he goes more in depth. But he did drop some good numbers and some good facts real fast. As far as how Tibbs, his progression and what he did with the team. So I see Nate and Leo just ran off. They probably had to use the bathroom. They got bubble guts.
Why you gotta give me bubble guts, nigga?
Spitting out crumbs, right?
Tell him, Leo. I gotta get to the bubble guts, right, Leo? I gotta get there.
Yo, that's what happens. It's the man cave, son. You run off camera, you gonna get called out for having bubble guts. Something might happen, yo. So Leo, you just not sharing with the family tonight, huh? You said that's right as mine.
All the whole bottle.
This shit is dead.
Yo, can you do me a favor though? Can you take the label off of that? No product placement on the show, man. They're not cutting us a check. I mean, I'm mad I said their name, but yeah, you too, man. I seen what you did too. I ain't trying to call you out because we ain't see the label. Bottle. Get rid of the chill. I can see the label. Get rid of the label. You might want to take the top off before you take a sip.
You see, yeah, nigga.
Trust me, he does it every Thursday, trying to get the green team to sponsor us.
Yo, Nate, you missed the best commercial I did before the podcast started, bro. You heard the refreshing crispiness. Yo, Arthur, what you doing? You sipping cider? You got a thermos.
Yeah, he at the work site.
That nigga drinking tree bark.
Hey, yo, why you joking? Never mind. Well, no, why you joking? Panamanians do make a drink out of tree bark, but go ahead.
That's why he said it, because he know y'all.
Question, so you think Tibbs was supposed to get fired? I didn't think he was supposed to get fired.
I don't think he should have gotten fired, man. It's like Stephen A. Smith said, 4 out of 5 years, we improved every year, improved in the playoffs every year. I don't think he should have gotten fired, man. I think he was a scapegoat. Scapegoat for what? I don't know. I don't like the firing. I don't agree with it. But hey, I'm a non-moving spectator, so what can I do? I don't have any control over that,
Damn, you didn't know what to do. You was a Knicks fan. You was lost in emotion too. I understand.
Nah, I'm just saying. I was just like, Did I now? Would I say? Am I gonna say I was surprised? No. Do I agree with it? No.
Yeah, that's a better case of it right there, because it is New York, and you don't know what Dolan and was it Leon Rose? Who's the general manager for the Knicks?
Worldwide
Leon Rose.
West. Worldwide West.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, no, Dolan, he don't care. That dude, man. Hey, it looks like he's getting right. He gets right for a minute, and then all of a sudden he goes on like a wild drug binge, and there it goes. It's just right out the window, bro.
Dolan, the type of nigga that hires his frat brothers to be
Yeah.
president of NBA basketball operations, and them niggas had a major in motherfucking
Yo, Andy's coming.
Psychology in college, but that's his frat brothers. Like, yeah, they gonna run my $1 billion.
Yo, Leo,
Knicks
you ain't hear
franchise.
nothing we said. Yeah, what
I
up,
ain't gonna
Troy?
make him
What
stop
up,
in
Chef?
mid-sentence.
So what did I come into? All I saw was Arthur like stumbling on his shit. Like I'm a
That wasn't me. That was him.
About your favorite squad, the Knicks.
You talking
yeah.
about
That's
your
what I
team,
heard.
boy?
Yeah, Arthur was saying that he didn't agree with Tibbs being fired.
Why not?
What? Oh, wait. You think he should have?
I mean, I don't know. After watching everything I've been watching, like like they said, that old school basketball shit ain't working no more.
Yeah, but they
Okay,
saying
all right, Troy. But let's. I want to hear your breakdown of this. Here's a
It ain't
guy
no
like
real.
they said it. And for the 5 years, this guy has progressed his team into the playoffs to the
Mm-hmm.
point where they reached it this year by going to the ECF.
Okay.
I understand everybody was mad at him about the minutes that the players was getting and all of the running that he was getting them. But
Mm-hmm.
at this point, don't you think that it showed improvement based on what the end product was? What do you think? But I don't
Okay,
think
but I'm
I think it
saying,
was a bad move.
is he ever gonna play other people? That's the problem. They get to a certain spot, a certain place, and the motherfuckers is tired.
I will say this. I think that he learned too late to play more people. Because if you was watching them last 3-4 games that he was playing there, he started using the bench a little bit more. I think it
So
was a little. It
And,
was a
and
little too
clearly,
late.
and
I think it
clearly
was
that
a
shit
little
ain't
too
work.
late.
so
That's
what?
why
what
they asked was on the bench.
so what you're saying, Derek, is that he should have got another year to figure that out.
I don't know about another year, but I feel like this. You shouldn't have took nobody out that got you where you are today, like he
Yeah,
did,
but
because they
then again,
wasn't gonna be there.
but at the end of the day, that's what you're saying. You should have gave him another chance to figure it out.
I
I
think
don't know
so.
about it
I
giving him
think
another
they should
chance.
have.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a chance. He earned that. I think he's improved. They gotten better.
Let me ask y'all something. So y'all really think, like dead ass, y'all really think if he played that bench to everybody's satisfactory, that makes a difference? You think they beating the Pacers then?
I don't
You know
know
what?
because
I don't. So
I don't.
I can't say yes because it never happened. Number one,
No, that's
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying. Number two is like he did get rid of. He took Payne out of the rotation. That defensive nigga was helping. I mean, I don't know. I think, to be honest, if they didn't fuck up game one, they would be playing in the finals right now.
Mm.
I
And,
had
and that's
They
where
already
it comes.
lost.
said
They lost.
I think he got out coached. I really
I
do. I
mean, they
think
lost
Carlisle just
4-2.
out coached him.
So you give them game one. I don't get how like they still.
You know why? You know why I say give them game one and they win? Because game one took a lot of confidence out them niggas, man. That hurt. A
Yeah,
loss like that is worse
that
than a
demoralized them.
loss like that. A lot. Come on, we all who ball, we know a loss like that hurts more than
It hurts more,
actually
but
getting beat. It's
right.
like it fucks with your mental. It fucks with your mental. Like, damn, we
It
had that
shouldn't
shit.
enough that it cost you a whole series.
Series.
Yeah, but
Like
sometimes it's shit like that.
you really wasn't ready if a
You
game
know,
one took you out the series.
sometimes
True,
it
but
might have been too late
You
for
know what
them
I'm
to
saying?
bounce back from that game one
Because
loss.
the same thing could be said for, right? Everybody says, oh, experience, they got the championship DNA, they got championship experience, right? And then on the
hmm
other hand, people be like, oh, they don't got no experience, they ain't never been here yet, blah, 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 right? So we saw the contrast of that on the other side, on the Western Conference Finals, shit, the Nuggets beat OKC game 1.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was quick fast. You see, OKC overrated, the most overrated team. All that championship DNA. The Denver Nuggets might pull this up. What the fuck happened?
Yeah,
Mind you,
that's
it
true.
did
I
go
think
7
I
games.
think
Mind you, it did
But
go
you know
7
what?
games.
But you
I
know
think
what the
Aaron
thing? The
Gordon.
mentality. Oh, my bad.
I think Aaron Gordon not being able to play up to his standards in Game 7. I think
Eh,
that hurt Denver.
I mean, he ain't get hurt till games. He got hurt game
Got hurt
6.
in game 6. He got
But
hurt in
he
That's
ain't
game
like
do that.
6.
But
that's like
he
with the book, right? As much as I troll New York, right? When anybody try to say, "Oh, if Tatum ain't get hurt," the boss said, "Get the fuck out of here." That series was over, but they was already up 3 points.
yeah, we all
And
know
that
that was
nigga
over.
got hurt. Like,
That nigga got hurt. He got hurt when they were already getting beat.
yeah, they was down. Like, that was the game. I think they lost by like what, 20,
Yeah,
30 or some
By
shit like
20.
that. Like, they
and
was
Yeah.
after that
losing
game,
games regardless.
they were already down 3. They were already down what 3-1, 3-2,
3-1.
Yeah,
but them
3-1.
3-1.
but the series was even when Gordon got hurt, so it was still a chance. And Gordon
Yeah,
was an
but
But
equal amount.
don't do
injuries are
that.
part of the game. We all know that. You know what I'm
I
saying? I
mean, yes.
mean,
I mean
but the thing with
I mean, they,
them OKC boys, they young and they don't they know they got another. Like y'all saw what Anthony Edwards was like. Yo, how you feel about losing? He was like, yeah, I got more chances to get back here. But
Yeah.
but then old ass Mike Conley, he was tight. He was like, nigga, I'm 35. Fuck you
Yeah, he
talking
was
about?
sitting there like I was trying
Yeah.
to do it for
But you
Mike,
see,
you know.
but the
I was
thing is, the
trying to do it
difference
for
is that
Mike.
whole OKC team, all them niggas is like 25, bro.
Oh,
The oldest nigga,
yeah,
the oldest
exactly.
nigga on there is probably Caruso, right?
Yep.
So they don't have that. Oh, I gotta do it now. They play free,
They
Hey
and
lost.
yo,
li-
And like I
and
said,
like
they
and
that's the
like
lost, but I
difference.
don't think this loss is gonna be the thing that holds them back. I got a feeling it's gonna be
but
that same thing. They lost by
see,
43 points to Minnesota up there, and when they came back, it was like, nah, this is gonna be the game changer.
yeah, but see, that's
I
what I'm
think this
saying. But
game, I think this is like water off a duck's back, boy. They're gonna come back.
like Leo was saying, he was like, but the difference with New York, see, OKC, we saw them lose game 1, right? They don't
mhm.
have that same mentality the Knicks have. They're gonna come back and probably win.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I agree.
Probably, right? And then that's that. They was ready to win a chip. You
Yeah,
can't be championship ready talking about a game 1 devastating loss took us out, and that's why we ain't win the series, because we could never recover mentally for 4 more games after that. 5
but
more
that's
games,
how.
like, you know what
But
I'm
see, but
saying?
that's how New York is. New York, they don't got no depth. They don't got no depth. So that loss to them, that drained them niggas.
They didn't know how
Them
to
niggas,
that loss right there. It wasn't
them
like they could
niggas
go
was
back to the
done.
drawing board and switch up the team or the roster.
No,
But
their
that's
Tibbs
what
was
I'm
going to
team.
saying.
play his same
Like that's
five,
not.
the same system.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like, right? Yeah, I would get it if y'all had this beef the whole season. But Tibbs ain't played near but 6, 7 niggas all season anyway. And it wasn't nobody like, oh, why he not playing the bench enough, this, that.
Nah,
So
people were saying that shit. Nah,
Nah,
people were saying that shit.
they've been
They've
saying
been
it for
saying
Niggas
a
that.
was
couple
saying that
years.
shit the whole time, bro.
Yeah, they've
they
been
You
they,
saying it
they
for
know,
a
weren't
minute.
saying why he not playing the bench. They were saying why certain players like that, like Cam will be in the rotation, and then McBride come back in the rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Then Cam disappears, and then they got Ochua in the rotation.
But
Like,
see,
he was doing, like, that's what he did.
yeah, but you
Niggas
know
was
what the
just
thing was? It was people complained, but it since they were winning, people kind of they were like, "Oh, it's acceptable." It was acceptable until niggas started losing. Then it became a problem again. Then it was like, "Oh,
and then
this
And
is
but
that,
that's
but
what
happening."
I'm
that's the,
saying.
but that's fair weather.
So
That's them fans, and that's them people not understanding what's going on. I gotta agree with Leo at this point. How you gonna hold it against him if he ain't been doing it right the whole goddamn time?
and you wait, but you know why?
Yeah,
Because you know, regular season basketball and playoff season basketball is two different. It's played two different
yeah, it's two
styles.
different. Yeah, it's two
So
different
if you in the
things, man.
regular
It's two different
season,
things.
you could, like you said, you could probably use that system that he has because you're not playing a series against a team who's going to understand your starting five and lock them down. Like
And wear
if
your
I
ass
know
out.
if you got a 6-player rotation, you know what I'm saying? You
but
can cancel. You can
let
start to
me
come up
ask you
with
something.
plays to cancel players out.
Let me ask you something though, right? Because y'all say this, right? And then like when they won that game, it was the first game that he let them niggas play. Shamit and all he let a
Mhm.
couple of them niggas play, and I think they won that game. And that's why everybody's like, you see, blase, blah, blase, blah. And then I'm like, yo, a motherfuckers really want, because when I see TJ McCollum come in, that's what y'all talking about, that y'all want Tibbs to let these niggas play because that's what y'all think they gonna do. But ain't near one of them niggas score over 5 points, let alone the 10 points, 12
That's
points
true.
this nigga McCollum
None of
consistently gives you when he comes off that bench.
instant
Fucking
offense.
the
McCollum,
Nesmith,
yes.
like these niggas is consistently giving you fucking, this nigga has a fucking career game in the last 6 minutes because he's like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like
6
y'all
minutes. Talk
acting
about
like
you mean
Tibbs
60
really got
seconds,
2
nigga.
minutes. So say it again, George.
So,
2
but
minutes.
Leo, let me ask you this though: if I haven't been getting if I haven't been in the rotation all season, and then I barely get in the rotation in the playoffs, when I do get in the game, I'm not in the rhythm to do what they doing. But if you include me in the regular season and
But
you include me in the
you know the
system,
answer to that one
I
right
can
there,
produce that way.
Jay.
I might be able to produce better.
You know
Yeah.
the
What's he
answer to
doing in
that
practice? But
though,
what's he
Jay.
But
doing in
I think
Whether
I
practice?
he
think to
call
I
you
think to
defense,
what Leo is saying is he ain't got no McCollums coming off the bench, pretty much.
Right.
He ain't got a nigga that's
that's
gonna come off and get right to it. You know what I mean? He got
right.
niggas that need to want, even if he played them niggas in the regular season, niggas like campaign them niggas still gonna need time. McCollum is a dog, bro.
It's like right. It was last year, 2 seasons ago, right? Me and Troy was laughing because niggas like, oh, heart this, heart that. You look, nigga, averages 9 points a game, and he was a starter. Mind you, he got way better, but fast, right? Remember last playoffs, he shocked the world. Nigga was averaging a triple double for like 2 rounds straight, right? And this is what the Knicks do. Instead of like other teams, like right, you saw Minnesota Western Conference Finals. Even get Cat out of here. We'll take Randall. Because they like even though we got to the Western Conference Finals, we like nah, this ain't gonna work. The Knicks. Like that's what I'm saying. They're gonna get rid of Tibbs instead of realizing like, okay, maybe this didn't work. They're like, Tibbs ain't the my nigga.
He not the problem.
Brunson and Towns is the two. Me and Troy had this argument before. I told you, Brunson can't play D to save his. All you gotta do is Brunson is set a pick, defense over. That's it. I can't. Like he's literally like niggas. When I said that, they're like, "Nah, he's not that bad. He's not there." I forgot who he was at the time. They were saying like he was one of the worst defenders. I was like, "Yo, if y'all really watching, like, Brunson can't defend either for shit. He got exposed like a motherfucker, like exposed. Cat, the same shit. That nigga can't guard a stop sign, my nigga. Like, what you winning when your two best players can't play no defense, bro?
what you saying?
None.
And that's
And
why
then,
Cat
right?
get
Then y'all
What
giving
you
big money to supposedly
mean?
two of the best wings in the game, right? That was your plan. The
You
GMs
just
did it.
saying that.
And we watched the
Stop
nigga have a career
it.
game in the last 3 minutes.
Cut it out, Leo.
all right, Leo, continue.
That's
What
what
you
Cat
say?
would say. That's Cat playing defense, Leo. I'm sorry. That was just Cat. Talk about he don't want to
But
hear
keep
you.
going, keep going. I want to
Cut
hear
it
what Leo was saying, man.
out. Yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
You
like,
right.
y'all had Randall. That's done, whatever. But like, and then we saw in the playoffs, it's like, damn, these niggas really can't play. Like, you brought them niggas to be a dynamic duo, but when you watch, you see these niggas only go off when one of them is on the floor. So when Brunson is on the floor and Cat getting rest, Brunson do his thing. They bring Cat in, they take Brunson out, Cat do his thing. When these niggas is on floor together, it's like there's no cohesivity there, and like them niggas can't flow like what you brought them in for.
Right.
I posted the other day, like Bridges is supposed to be what Nesmith is from the Pacers. That's
and OG was supposed to be
OG
filling it
was
up
supposed
too.
to be what Nesmith is.
Supposed to be filling it up, and for Nebhart, you right. And
Nimhart.
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's not Tibbs' fault. Cause all season, right? Shit look like all niggas is ready. We might fuck around and win a chip. Y'all beat Boston. Y'all niggas was talking about who should we face in the finals. Minnesota or OKC. Like, y'all ain't had to play the Pacers.
I
That's
told you it
Nick
was
shit,
coming.
bro. And
Here
so
it
now next year,
comes.
like Troy said, right? So you should have gave him a next year to figure it out. So now this is another year that you got to have a brand new coach figure it out. Because there's
Exactly.
only a few instances where you get a coach first year, he taking it all away. That's very far in between. That's
So
not
now,
regular.
basically, you starting all over again.
Starting all over, wasting another year of prime Brunson. Cat getting older, not better. So the decline starting, and there's no compete. So there ain't no more like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, time out. What y'all
this
niggas
is
laughing
the
at?
Knicks doing
Yeah, for
what
real.
the
I want
Knicks
to know
do.
too.
That's why when I showed that trade, that shit bugged me out, right? Because you said, Troy, like, yo, and it wasn't only Bridges, it's Mitchell too. Like after this year, they gone. So the Knicks either gotta re-sign them or let them go. And y'all gave up everything for Bridges, so he not taking shorts. What? Because he want to be a Knick? Get the fuck out of here. He gonna want as much as he could get. And y'all seen what the numbers were. It's like he could get a 5-year, 160 million or something. So y'all wouldn't give him up, Mitchell up, that you either got to resign to. That nigga's an offensive liability. He scores no points. Great defender, but you gonna give over. Y'all ain't give Hartenstein 10 million a year. Mitchell's gonna ask for more than that because he got defensive player of the year shit and all that. He gonna want more than that. So OG, not OG, Bridges, Mitchell, and Cat for Giannis and Knicks fans was like, no, that's too much. Get the fuck. That's why the Knicks will never win, bro. Because y'all wanna, let's see what this is. You saw what the fuck this squad could do. It can't even beat the Pacers, bro. And everybody getting better. Everybody getting better around you. But you don't want to give up Bridges, who you saw can't. This nigga, I never seen a nigga that can't shoot a regular jump shot. He shoots. He could be nobody around him. He'll shoot a fadeaway. Like, what the fuck you doing? Like this nigga have a layup and he'll shoot a fadeaway.
Yo, but he was hitting.
Falling out of
He was
bounds.
hitting. Yo, but he was hitting in Boston though. He was hitting.
Yo, yeah.
That should be too far in between.
Yeah,
Well, I
before,
can't believe how that nigga he can't jump. Bridges can't jump for shit. Like the nigga would have a lay, like you said, the nigga would have a layup and do a fadeaway jump.
Do a turnaround fadeaway jumper like, yo, nobody's guarding you. What are you doing?
That's that move, son. That's my move right there. That's my signature move.
That shit crazy. When it's hitting, that shit look beautiful, but usually it's not hitting. And it's like, what? Like, no, you playing defense on yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to let you know that Leo is not a New York Knicks fan. He just knows a lot about the Knicks. Okay? He's clear. Let's just be clear about this. Leo know what he's talking about.
Listen, I gave up. Look how Arthur looking over there. Look at
Yo,
Arthur.
yo,
This
yo,
nigga ain't
honestly,
saying their word the whole time. He tight.
Like, he right.
honestly, that's why I was laughing the whole time because Arthur's sitting over there like, yeah, I ain't gonna keep talking about goddamn Knicks.
He probably gonna fight me.
Yeah, his muscle
Nah,
shirt
it's
is
funny. It's
flexing
because
right
it's
now.
like Arthur's sitting down and he having the realization like, damn, these niggas is right.
These
Fuck.
niggas is right.
No, that's what I'm saying. Knick fans, they
Saying
can't
is
do that.
so
Yeah.
Knick fans are
Troy,
not.
would you
reps.
say we giving
How could
Arthur
he
an
be
intervention right now?
saying all
Yeah.
this like
I
that,
let that go a
bro?
long. I let that go a long time ago.
It's like Art just sitting there saying to himself, like, I hate these niggas.
Like, yo, they invited me here to
Wait
talk
till they
about my
win.
Knicks like
Start
this.
to rub
This
it
ain't
in their
right.
face. They ain't never gonna be that pie in the face moment for Knick fans. Ever.
All right, next topic, nigga.
Ever.
Yeah. I got you, Arthur. Real
Them
real
niggas ain't
fast.
win longer than I've been born.
Real fast. Did y'all see that how Michael Beasley beat Lance Stevenson in a 1v1 for 100,000?
Hey,
Oh, I
did you?
thought it was 20K. Now it was 100.
No, it was 100. It was
No, it was
100,000.
100,000.
Here's the first thing I'm gonna say. I did not know that Lance Stevenson matched up that evenly with Michael Beasley. I thought Michael Beasley was a lot bigger than Lance. He's not. he looked like he put up a good fight for a minute, but then at the end they said Michael Beasley just leaned on his ass and let him have it. So
Yeah, and was doing a whole bunch of carrying.
And the one thing I'm gonna tell you from that though is, and you know, I got love for the area because I used to live there, but you can't tell nobody from the DMV nothing now because they've always a lot of them in other states feel like New York, the whole basketball about New York ballers having the best ballers is overrated anyway. They swear, you know, they shit on New York ballers for some reason. I don't know why. You know, DMV feel like they've been overlooked for years. They feel like they've been overlooked. They feel like
oh yeah,
they feel
definitely
like
the
if anything,
Maryland boys.
if
Yep.
they're not number one, they're number two behind California. So that's
Yo,
why I
but
was kind of looking at it.
that's one player. Those are two players.
Yeah,
Hey,
for
Not the
sure.
I
whole
know,
area.
but you can't tell me you haven't heard it out there before. You know, we've heard it over the years out there.
I mean, yeah, but that's two ballers, man. Like you can't a whole area versus two ballers. Come on, man.
When
I'm
the
not.
when internet started.
Right.
I'm
Yo,
dead ass. I'm dead ass
I
asking.
know.
When
So
this,
okay, I'm gonna say shit. I will.
2000,
Ooh,
2004, 2003, 2004.
give or
yeah,
take, right? A year or two, right?
that's when MySpace came out, right? Around when MySpace
A
came out.
little bit, yeah, about that.
All
Yeah.
right. So that's when I learned that everybody and their mama don't fuck with New York. Until I got online, that's when I realized, like, yo, nobody really fuck with us like that at all. Like, no, if you not from New York, niggas don't like New York. Y'all
Yeah,
niggas
Nah,
think
they don't.
this. Y'all
They don't.
niggas think that like
At
niggas do
all.
not fuck with New York if you not from. I learned that when I
At
first
all.
started
word.
with the internet in
I
New
remember
York.
early 2000s. I went down south. Niggas don't play no New York shit. The only song they played was "Lean Back." That was it, nigga. That was it, bro. They played "Lean Back," and then
Oh.
they don't fuck with us at all. They played "Lean Back," and that was it. And but our New York stations, we was playing all they shit.
All that shit,
We was playing all we showed them mad love. Every Hot 97 showed them niggas mad love. Down there, they don't show us no love. They play "Lean Back," and it was over.
that's
Listen,
the crazy shit too, because I
Master
swear to
P,
God that a New York
Master
nigga
P
don't
is
fuck
bigger
with
than Jay
no
Z out here.
non-New York music.
But I heard,
Yeah.
but I'll say Virginia and North Carolina. I heard a lot of East Coast, up north music, a lot of New York music in those areas. Now
That's because
down
it's
here,
a
you
lot
don't
of
hear
New
none of
York.
that shit.
That's because it's a lot of New Yorkers in Virginia and North Carolina.
Now
All them same.
down here in Texas, shit, you be lucky if you hear New York music for 5 minutes.
Nope. They probably play
You
old
be
Jay-Z,
lucky.
right?
They don't even play him
Nah,
You sure? They don't play
unless
Big
unless
Pimpin'.
you find
Big
unless you
Pun-
find an old unless you find an old school nigga who rock with that. You know, he might play Biggie and all of them. Most of the time, you ain't gonna get none of that old school New York music down here.
I'm
My
surprised they
cousin,
don't play. So that's why I say Jay-Z, because I know down there they won't play nothing else, but they'll play that shit with Bun B and shit.
oh yeah, you'll get that, but you won't get Jay's verse. You won't hear
Exactly. I
Jay's
was about
verse.
to say that. You don't get Jay verse.
Yeah, the song cuts off after Jay
no,
verse. I
They
mean,
faded
before
Nah,
Jay
out.
verse.
they start with Bun B.
Yeah,
That's
it
when it
just
start with Bun
faded.
B
Yeah.
verse.
They
Or
take
you
out
get,
them
yeah,
two
on
tracks.
what?
They take
Drinking
them two
on
voice tracks
the
right
in
out.
my cup. That's all you hear. You don't hear Jay at all, bro. They cut that nigga
Slide
out.
Yeah,
them bitches.
like
Slide
that
them.
shit is the wackest verse, right? That's crazy.
Slide them bitches right out. There you go. Yup.
yeah. I'll get that. I'll get that out here, and I don't get no reggae, no soca, no nothing out here. I'm sure it sucks, but it's all right.
Tell him why you mad, Nate.
What y'all
Tell him why you
just
mad.
chop and screw all day?
Right?
Now,
Hey,
you,
but you
well,
know
And they
what?
got
And
that Mexican chop chop music where they be throwing that
look,
bitch
look,
around.
you don't get, but you don't get no reggae and soca in Carolina neither, man.
They doing that shit.
I remember, um, Cass, Cass was like, yo, all that reggae sound down south in Carolina, all that reggae sound the same. No, it don't. You just don't know what you're listening to. It don't sound the same.
it's a travesty. It's a
Yeah,
travesty,
I
man.
just heard. So you got these Mexican niggas at my job, right? They play reggae, and I'm thinking, at first you think you hearing reggae, you think you hearing like Jamaicans and shit, and then something told me, let me really listen. No, these niggas stole the whole beat and they rapping fucking Spanish, bro.
That's reggaeton.
No, it ain't reggae. They got the reggae, like the fucking Bob Marley beat.
Oh
Talking
shoot.
Spanish, nigga.
Niggas giving you a Spanish version of Bears Hammond.
Because reggae, I know what reggaeton is. Reggaeton got that fast beat, right? No, they got that old Bob Marley shit. And one day I was like, I'm like, oh, these niggas are talking Spanish over Bob Marley beat. What
But
the
you think
fuck?
Yo.
but you think the Mexican niggas ain't toking it up, nigga?
Yo, they toking it up. Them niggas,
Shot the
them
shit,
niggas
man.
getting high outside and shit, coming in talking. Oh.
This nigga said, oh.
No, but that's how you talk. Yo, when I talk to them niggas, he be like, sir. I'm like, nigga, what? She be like, what
British
does that
Mexican?
mean, sir? Sir, what does that mean, sir? High as fuck.
Niggas get away from me, bro. That's what
I'm
it
like,
means.
yo, like today, he was like, what the? I said, nigga, 2 fried chickens, nigga.
Yo, that's funny. That's funny.
Yo, even though we laughing right now, we got an interesting subject. You know, our main topic of discussion for tonight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is a wild, crazy situation, man. You know, I'm gonna give the topic. I'm gonna play the video, then we give our breakdown.
Oh,
our
wait, hold
thoughts.
on. Before we go into that, I got one thing to talk about real quick.
God,
All right, Leo, I know you because I seen you on the post, nigga. What the fuck was Corey talking about Newberg lyricist? What the fuck? Why was niggas
What?
co-signing that shit?
What'd he say?
Yo,
I didn't. You broke up. What happened?
Newberg got the
yo,
best lyricist, nigga. What?
Okay, I'll be right
That
back.
was some bullshit. I was reading that shit, and I didn't get what. I was like, what the fuck? I said, is this nigga? I said, is Partisan that nice, nigga? Who the fuck is from Newberg?
I was about to say, who else but that party nigga right in the whack ass Cardi B versus who y'all got? Like
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
And it's crazy because I live out here. I don't know who the fuck he was talking about.
I was like, he got political ties. I'm gonna stay out. I'm gonna gracefully bow out of this one because I saw everybody else respectfully agreeing and disagreeing. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna dirty his page. I'll back out of this.
And Jay, you know I hit Juan up, right? I was like, why you hit like on that shit?
what happened?
I hit Juan up. Gutter. I said, why you hit like on that shit? He was like, I don't know. I just hit like. I was like, you don't know nobody from out here, nigga. What the fuck is you doing?
The funny part is, I saw the post, right? And then I saw Leo's comment. And I just said, okay, yep, that's enough for the man cave. I'm just gonna keep it pushing because he definitely says something along the lines like the Biggie's overrated.
I can tell you that for years. So 2 niggas that don't like Biggie, right? It's Corey and Jason. They're the same nigga. Them 2 niggas don't like Biggie. They swear on Mace. And what's that nigga from Dipset? Yeah, the nigga from who's not Jim Jones. One of the affiliate niggas from Dipset. J.R. Ryder. They swear on them niggas. I don't know why.
Yeah, them niggas.
Yeah, I think Votto was better than J.R. Ryder.
Top 5, son.
Yo, J.R. Ryder is them niggas top 5, bro. I swear to God, back in the day, I had my niggas from the Bronx come up, and they were arguing with Corey and Jay, and they were like talking, you know, my niggas from the Bronx, they like knew Tupac and Biggie and all that shit, and these niggas was talking about some J.R. Ryder. It was like, what the fuck? They came to Detroit. Who the fuck are these niggas you fuck with? I was like, my bad, bro.
I don't know them, man.
Yo, it was like, who are these niggas?
Goes downtown to school, yeah.
Yo, but for real, that's just.
Yeah, shout out to all the rappers in Newburgh, yo.
Yeah, I just have to get that out there. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, we needed that good laugh because this next topic is kind of serious. It's kind of crazy, man. All of us, being fathers and whatnot, and situations like that. But the next one we're gonna talk about the Chris Webber, Doug Christie, and Jackie Christie crazy situation. Before we go into it real fast, I'm gonna show this quick little video that Unc shared to the group.
I heard her say it, and I repeated it. I'm grown, and I do what I want. You know who I am. I'm Jackie Christie. That ain't gonna change.
What if the daughter you raised for 20 years was never yours, and the man who knew the truth all along was your teammate? That's exactly what Doug Christie just found out. A recent DNA test didn't just flip his world, it lit it on fire. Let's rewind to the moment this story exploded. Doug Christie had been feeling uneasy for a while, but instead of making noise, Doug moved in silence. He didn't confront Jackie. He didn't ask Chantel. He ordered a DNA test through a third-party lab. The results, 0% match. No biological link to Chantel, nothing. That should have been the end. But Doug needed more. He took it further, sending in a second DNA test, not just of himself, but also a sample quietly linked to Chris Webber. That second report came back 99.998% match. Chantel wasn't Doug. She was Chris Webber's daughter. That moment wasn't just painful, it was surgical. Doug didn't break down in tears. He didn't scream or fall apart. Instead, he went into strategy mode. The decades of being the loyal father, the public husband, the backbone of a family built on TV, cracked with one sheet of paper. Doug didn't say a word publicly, but behind the scenes, a 20-year silence ended, a teammate's lies surfaced, and the family brand Jackie had built now sitting on a fault line. Doug didn't post. He didn't rant. He filed a lawsuit. It reads like the script of a Netflix betrayal series. The suit named both Jackie Christie and Chris Webber. Charges filed, paternity fraud for knowingly misleading him into believing Chantel was his biological.
All right, so as you can see, everything that went in there. I just wanted to get to it where it came up to the part about paternity fraud, Joe.
okay.
Now go ahead, Troy.
I just want to know, how the fuck did he get the Chris Webber shit? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. How he get Chris Webber?
Chris Webber was always over his house, and he was always hanging out with him. Yo, he just took it off of a cup.
He done went to Mission. He did Mission Impossible. Here, Chris, take this cup right here. Now I'll put it in the sink for you, brother. Took that cotton swab, wiped that cup down, and probably sent it to the lab, yo.
Straight up. He said They said Chris Webber was always he was Doug Christie's right hand man in Sacramento.
Yeah, it was like Uncle
They
Webber.
was running like this, bruh. He had a key to the house.
They was definitely running like this because
you know why he had a key to the house?
Yeah, we know now.
But what are y'all thoughts on this situation right here, man? I'm not gonna lie. Doug Christie's a smooth player right now, boy. Like, he ain't getting emotional, he ain't yell, he ain't lash out. He got them lawsuits.
Well,
he all the receipts
I just want to know. But what I really want to know is, how is he treating the daughter that's not his now?
Yeah, he
don't have any hate against her. They said that he doesn't have any. He's not. It's not anything like literally against her.
No, I know it's not against her, but I'm not saying it's not against her. What I'm saying is, how is he treating her now?
Well,
like, how does he because to be honest with you, if he was doing this for years, that means he probably knew all this time. Probably whatever, how many years. But it's like, now that it's out, it's like, how was he? I just wonder, how do you look at this child that you've been raising for so long? You know what I mean?
That's the part. I don't know.
Well, maybe this might help because in another video that I was watching about the situation, the moms tried to give the daughter some hush money to say, hey, don't even get involved with the court case. Just leave it alone. We'll take care of it. You know what the daughter did? She kept it in an envelope, kept the note, and sent it right to Doug Christie. Like, here, Pops, look what my mother tried to do. So obviously, Doug Christie must be doing something right by the daughter if the daughter is on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, on his side, yeah.
That says a lot. And then later that day, they said that Jackie Christie went online and was just ranting and raving, talking about, I can't believe my own DNA is taking sides and switching up. There's no loyalty and yada, yada, yada.
What's up with these bitches?
And people in the comment were like,
she was the first one too, yo.
Yeah.
Jackie Christie, she was the first online reality clown show because this
housewife. I got the perfect wife. I'm the perfect.
Well, she shouldn't be surprised. You know why she shouldn't be surprised what her daughter did? She called the same timeout Chris Webber did.
Oh, that's crazy. Yo, that's an analogy like a motherfucker. That's crazy. Shit.
So
No, nah, you don't got one of those. That's crazy.
now let me ask y'all this question, right? Who's more at fault? Jackie Christie or Chris Webber? Because now it's not like Chris Webber didn't know Doug
Both of
Christie and he
them.
didn't.
Well, you know what?
Jackie. It's Jackie.
Jackie more, because you know why? Chris probably really didn't think it was his for a long time, until maybe she started getting older and the features started looking like, oh
No,
shit.
From what I heard, I think Jackie and him had an agreement to like, yo, keep this on the low.
Oh,
So
word?
Yeah,
again, Lee Troy, and
Oh.
another video. It's in the group chat that we got. In another video, Doug Christie, bro is doing his homework. So he researched and he's looking at her production company, and he realized there's a lot of fake shell companies that was getting money. They're allegedly saying that it was Chris Webber paying, putting money in those accounts, what I'm saying, through the years and stuff like that, just to keep that secret a secret.
Jackie was trying to get all that
Yo,
money from both
I
them
mean, yo,
niggas. She was
Doug,
trying
like
to
I said,
drain them motherfuckers.
Doug is a good
Drain
dude, because I mean, to think about all this time y'all chilling, you just digging out your wife. That's wild.
Well,
Yeah, what
I
can
want
he
to
do
ask
about it
you.
now, though?
Well, yeah, after 20 years, y'all find out that the baby, the grown ass woman ain't yours. What you doing? You still fucking with her, or
Yeah, by that time, that's my daughter.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah,
It
by
ain't
that
it ain't
time,
the child fault. You know
no,
what
it
I'm
ain't the
saying?
child fault.
But I
You
tell you
can't.
that at this point, though, the ex wife and Chris Webber is dead.
Yeah, yeah.
They about to get paid. They there's a
There's
lot of
no
money involved
reconciling
right
in that
now
shit.
too. So
Mm-mm.
and somebody getting paid off because something gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
And I will give it like again. I'm gonna shout out Doug Christie again because he is going after everything.
As he should.
He's
As he
going
should.
after her TV production, all that reality show money. And one thing I think we need to highlight, and a lot of reason he said, the main reason why he said he's doing this, he was like, it's really not about the money or anything like this. It's about paternity fraud. That's what we want to highlight in this case, yo. It's not right. I may be a celebrity going through this, but there's a lot of men out here in this world going through that, and I want to show them like we need to bring this to the highlight so there could
So
be other
I
cases
heard
potentially.
something. I don't know if it's true. Is it true that they're thinking about having a paternity test after pregnancy?
I mean,
Yeah, I think
that's stuff that's
I'm.
being
Yeah,
worked
they're
out.
talking
Yeah,
about
they're
that
talking about that. Yeah.
mandatory
Yeah,
DNA test
I
after the
think
baby's born.
that
It
should
should
be
be.
a thing.
I think it
It
should.
should
I
be.
think it should. I think it
Yeah,
should. Married or
because
not, I
Lee,
think it should be mandatory.
correct me if I'm wrong. Texas passed a bill or a law that says as soon as the woman finds out she's pregnant, she could file for child support, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
oh yeah, that's crazy. I heard about that.
Yep.
So if she could file for child support as soon as she found out she's pregnant, that means there should be a DNA test to make sure that the man she's putting on child support is actually the
Is the
baby.
right?
Which is it?
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
is the baby's
Exactly.
father.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
And
Yeah,
fair.
let
I
me,
agree with that.
I mean, I would like to see the loop, the technicalities of that bill, because what if the mother
Here's
has
the
a
part that they're gonna be
miscarriage?
fighting is getting the man to come in to give the
Well, hold on,
census
So
so that
damn.
wait.
They
So
was saying something. You just
I
cut
want
them
to
off.
know what are the bylaws about it? Let's say the woman gets pregnant and you're paying child support from week 1 of conception,
Mhm.
and the baby doesn't come to term. Do you get that money back?
no.
No, you're not. You're not. And that's what's
That's
fucked
never
up.
gonna play. Yeah, that's never gonna be a play. That's
I
never
mean,
gonna
it
I
be.
was
mean,
just a general question.
in a good reality,
Right.
Jay, that makes sense
Yes,
to get the
yes.
money back. But we're not.
I mean, I know you wouldn't, but that's just something that something to consider. Like, yo, I've been paying child support for a baby who's not even here, and that baby is not even gonna be here. Like,
Jay,
dang, I took.
that makes all the sense in the world. But like Troy just said, what they're gonna be looking like, oh well, sorry, Charlie. because they're not even thinking about the child living anyway. They
And
just
that's
trying to
why,
bring it in. They just trying to bring another life in. You
yeah,
know
and
what the
that's why
rules
that
are,
law shouldn't be passed.
right?
It should start when the baby's born. Period.
Mm-hmm.
After the DNA test.
But I definitely
Mm-hmm.
agree.
Oh yeah,
DNA
and
test should be
after the DNA
mandatory.
test, because
Yeah.
if you can't find that nigga after having fucking a train, that's your fault.
So
Hold on. Speaking of train, yes.
yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy segue, Leo. Go ahead.
Nah, because right, y'all ain't seen that shit that they were saying. Will Chamberlain said he fuck was like 7 bitches in a day.
Every
Ain't
day,
nobody
every
busting his
day.
ass out here.
Yeah, I saw
Ain't
what you
nobody
said,
busting.
Leo. That's
Yeah, that's
wild.
what I'm right. So, well, y'all think that niggas wasn't running trains in the 70s?
Yeah, but seven, nigga, you ain't
Yeah,
busting 7 times a
Nigga,
day.
you
yeah,
can run three sets of trains a day. Like when you a
Nigga,
basketball, this
nigga,
nigga
you
was
not.
like one of 10 NBA black play 10, if that. He's like one of 5 black NBA players in the 70s, the illest nigga in the league.
yeah. I think
Like,
Shaq. I think Shaq was looking at it wrong because I ain't gonna lie. I could bust 7 times in a day. In a day,
that's what I'm saying. And you
I
think this
can.
nigga
I can.
I can't. Yeah, this is the coconut
I
water,
I,
can.
baby.
I ain't gonna argue that. I ain't
You know
gonna be
what
the
I'm
one to
saying? So
argue.
I don't see, and like Leo said, like this nigga this nigga is one of the most populous nigga in the world,
in the
right?
world.
In the world, and it was the 70s. Nigga, fuck out of here! I'm
He
busting
had
7 times.
all of snow. He was having how you say 5 quadruplet. He all that nigga. What? He probably had 7
Quadruple it.
bitches at one time.
Leo, and to
Quick.
point that out, Leo, they just had a story with Magic Johnson. Remember, I was talking to you about him having sex with all them women in the hotel.
That's
They
what
had
I'm
a
saying.
video of that fool talking about he had 6 in a hotel, getting in a hotel elevator, just
I
hitting
believe
them
that shit, bro.
everywhere.
And it was raw dog. That's
Raw,
why them
Yeah,
niggas got AIDS and
and you know,
yes.
not to be graphic, but like, yo, you a young nigga, and you see all that ass, nigga.
you taking all that shit.
Yeah, you getting
Nigga,
hard all
you
over
you
again, nigga.
trying to beat your
Right
number
after.
every day.
The last record was the last record, and I'm gonna get a new
Yo,
record. There it is,
Yo,
Leo.
I had
I'm mad.
I had
Yo,
4 new
fucking,
coochies today. Tomorrow I'm trying to get
yo,
5.
Art looking to the side like, yo, who hear this shit?
Yo, Art said I got
Yo,
church in the morning.
Art
I
like,
can't
yo, these
listen to
niggas.
this.
He was like, yo, it is almost 1 o'clock. It's almost time to go to church. These niggas is bombing.
Art talking about, yo, I know I took communion last week, but I'm about to take communion for
The
these
whole
dudes
wine
again
and
this
the whole
week.
cracker bag, the whole box.
I'm going up to the altar to play
That's what
for
I'm
the.
saying. No, I believe that shit. I believe that was easy for them niggas back. Shit, especially I don't think that changes. Niggas think that now, oh, it's different now. Now it wasn't different, nigga. It's probably easier for them
No.
niggas back then.
But you
And
know
you
what
have
it
to
is?
forget about
You know what it is with Shaq?
all of them bitches was groupies. None of them was trying to line them niggas up. They was all groupies down for the cause. Them niggas was wilding back then.
Wildin'.
Yo, Shaq just mad that his wife said she didn't love him. That's all. He's
Nah,
red.
but you know what it is with Shaq? It's like when niggas get old, they kind of forget how they were when they were young.
I
That's
don't
what
think
I'm
they
saying.
forget. I
You
think they
talking
try.
from an old
It's not
nigga
that
point of view.
they are not trying to bring it back up again, Troy. It's not that they
No, it ain't
forget.
that. But
They don't want to do it.
I truly think that niggas get old and they forget how they used to be. Because I remember, yeah, I'm old now, but when I was a young nigga, I could go.
Jack
It's not that you
Rabbit like a
forget, Troy. You just
motherfucker.
mad because you can't do
What?
what you used to do.
And
Maybe
that's what I'm
that's what it
saying,
is.
and that's what I feel
Maybe
like.
that's what it
Shaq
is.
right
Yeah.
now, he to him, he can't do what he used to do. So he's in like, I don't believe the nigga. Nigga, if you go back to your 20-year-old self,
You there,
you
huh,
believe
Troy?
that shit.
You there? Say, Troy, you
Listen,
there?
he don't remember. He don't remember when he was pulling down
He don't
backboards.
remember. He don't
You know what I
remember.
mean?
And that's another reason why I believe it, right? Because that was everybody's main gripe about him anyway. And
That's
that's
all
why
they
they
was
be
doing
remixed
back in
in
the 60s
history
and
like,
70s.
oh, Russell this, Russell. Yo, he used to drop 50 on Russ. There was never a time Bill Russell ever got the best of Wilt Chamberlain. But because Wilt Chamberlain just played to get some ice cream after the game, aka some new coochie. Like they was like, oh, he ain't try hard. Like, yeah, nah, he loved his city. He was out here. What?
He was in
I
Los
just play
Angeles,
basketball so I can collect
California.
a check.
Tell him, Leo, he was in Los Angeles, California.
Like that's what I'm saying, nigga. Went
He
from
is out
San
there with
Fran to
he was with them all. Say it, Leo. He was
knocking them
with
all
them.
down, all them snow bunnies. You be seeing the way you see Halliburton with all these snow bunnies that Dr. Umar go crazy about. That's how Wilt Chamberlain, the
Will
Godfather,
Chamberlain had them hoes. Yo, bro, you seen him on that damn Conan the Barbarian set. That fool had women lined up everywhere, even before then. That was after his basketball
100%.
thing. That fool had women everywhere.
Yeah.
Somebody said, yo, bro, that man said he had 20,000 women.
But you know what's crazy?
He might,
But you know what's crazy? I wonder.
Now that I believe.
Yo, but how many? Does he have kids?
No.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Exactly.
Bullshit.
You know that nigga got like 20 illegitimate
Bullshit.
kids.
He got
He dead now, so it don't matter. But bullshit, that nigga got wild kids, bro.
Wow.
So there was a story. There was a story a couple years ago about this kid that said that it was proven that he was Wilt's kid.
I believe that shit.
But they never developed a relationship or anything. Like they did a test.
Yo, in
of course not.
These niggas ain't know what the fuck a condom meant, bro.
I'm sure they did. I mean, we should be on that fool.
That nigga got at least like 50. Yo, Ant Edwards here is in here. He got more kids than years in the leagues, nigga. You better stop. Y'all better stop sleeping on these old niggas, bro. Like,
yeah, because you gotta think about it. Yo, come on, the 70s, nigga. Condom in the 70s. AIDS, niggas didn't even know what AIDS was then. Niggas was going in, bro.
It was ruining everything.
You know what?
Everything.
We're gonna have to believe Wilt did those numbers because do you know Wilt Chamberlain is a pro volleyball Hall of Famer, a track and field champion, drafted to the Professional Football League, drafted to a professional soccer team. His arm span is 7'8". His max reach in 1960 was 13 and a half inches, yo. Like, I mean, 13 and a half
feet. He had a world record for the high jump too. You know,
world record in high jump.
For the
all right, I'm gonna say this right now. What the fuck does that have to do with him fucking all these bitches?
The nigga was he was a supreme
I
athlete.
don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what he did. That has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with him long dicking bitches raw.
Yes, it does, because his
No, it
athleticism.
don't. No, it
That
don't.
nigga had.
He was drafted. Y'all telling me he was drafted by the? I don't give a fuck about that. That has nothing to do with him.
Listen, if he was doing superhuman numbers on professional sports, that means he was.
It don't matter. That has nothing to do with him body bagging bitches like Nate.
That's what lead them to it.
Nate was like, hold on.
Nate caught a stray.
Yo, that right beside of his head. Nate said, "What?
Yeah,
like what?"
I'm about to say Nate who? And I remember what you were talking. Now I just gave him the opportunity to expose him. So that just means he was getting more than just NBA chicks and exposing to more women playing all those different sports.
No, I get that, but this thing got wild kids and they don't even know who their daddy. You know how niggas you were growing up with in school? It's like, yeah, I don't know who my daddy is. It was Wilt.
It was Will. It was Will.
Dead ass.
That nigga got a whole.
Because think about it. I grew up with mad niggas. Think about it though. Think about it real quick. I grew up with mad niggas that don't know their daddy, and I'm pretty sure y'all niggas do too, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Everybody know if I'm telling you, I would think everybody would know if.
And hold on. Let me finish. I asked the question for a reason. So a lot of y'all niggas grew up with niggas that didn't know their daddy, right?
That's 6
Yeah.
Will Chamberlain babies
All
right
right,
there.
and most of us right here was born in the 70s, in the late 70s, in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Their
I'm a
daddy was Will.
60s.
You went to public school with Wilt's son?
Yeah,
Yep.
yo.
Wilt
Moms is too embarrassed to
number
admit it, yo.
13?
It ain't that embarrassed to admit they don't know. Because their mama was just throwing up their ass. They didn't fucking know.
Yeah, you said there was always some one tall kid that didn't know their daddy,
They
huh?
was like, yo,
That one tall kid in the school that you just
168
run
nigga, like,
around
I don't
like,
know who my
who's
father.
this
Hey,
dude?
yeah,
168 nigga, I don't know who my father is. Like, nigga,
I don't
your
know.
mom 5'2" and you 6'8". What?
The
And you
the,
know what?
the
And you
5'11
gotta
nigga
think
in
about it.
3rd grade?
All the moms lied. All of them lied. All the moms lied. It was like, yeah, it was just, your daddy wasn't shit. Your daddy was Will.
Like,
He was
hey,
he was a big 6'8" nigga that fucking
his mom
killed
was
my shit.
and his mom was 5'2".
Yeah, and he killed my shit.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy. Yeah,
he
have
had
y'all
real.
This nigga too, who the other nigga from WWE? What's that nigga? Woo! What's that nigga name?
Oh,
Oh,
Ric
Ric Flair.
Flair.
Oh,
Ric
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 Flair.
Flair.
Flair too, yeah. That nigga said the same shit. He was fucking about. I believe that shit, bro.
Nah, I believe Ric Flair definitely. Him
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
Ric Flair was probably knocking things down.
Ric Flair's a wrestler. They got everything they wanted.
Yeah,
Bro.
Ric
I
Flair.
swear, wrestlers
Ric
got
Flair said he knocked
everything
down
they
Halle
wanted.
Berry.
And all
Exactly,
Ric Flair
bro.
kids was his special ed.
Oh, all of them. All them niggas was born on the at least an eighth.
Woo!
All
Woo!
of them
Everybody
niggas was
walking
on the
around.
spectrum.
Woo!
Yeah, they came out wooing.
Wooing. Wooing. All of them niggas came out wooing.
Them niggas, when they clear the nigga's throat, none of them
That
niggas
nigga,
cried. They all
that
went woo.
that nigga Ric Flair was giving straight whiskey dick, bro. Whiskey,
whiskey and coke.
whiskey and dope dick, bro.
Yo, how this dude still a yo? How is Flair still alive? All that coke he done sniff. I don't.
Because
Because it
the
was
coke
pure back
keeping
then.
him alive. He did so much that shit keeping him.
It was pure.
He doing that shit as soon as he quit, that nigga gonna die.
Yo, yo, Arthur, that nigga been dead. What the
Sat up. They thought he sat up, huh? He sat up.
yo,
Yo,
Bouncing.
yo, that dude.
yo,
Yo, his eyes stay dilated. He walk in the interview like this.
Yo, Art, you ready? You ready, Art? That nigga died. Took some
You said that nigga died 5 years ago, son.
Yo, he the real life weekend at Bernie's.
Oh man.
The nigga, they put some coke near his nose and he said, woo! Wake up. That nigga on some Dracula shit. This thing did Dracula to the coke.
Yo, that nigga
Oh man.
been dead, son.
Yo, that coke keep his heart pumping. If you stop now, you're gonna die.
They keep his shit going, bro. Yo, this thing is like a vampire, but a coke vampire.
He do that face, Troy.
That nigga said he
Yo, this nigga look. Yo, if you look at Ric Flair, the nigga look dead, bro. But he alive.
He pale
He a
as hell.
daywalker, nigga.
He is pale as hell.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all stupid.
But chill.
Oh man, this nigga's a crack walker.
Rolex wearing,
Rolex wearing, crack taking,
limousine driver, limousine
walking.
But yo,
Son of a
we've
gun.
been on air for about an hour and a half already. Yo. Before we get up out of here, is there anything else y'all want to talk about?
Woo!
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yeah, listen, before we
Cocaine taken.
before we get up out of here, yo, just
Baby
remember
making.
every Thursday at 9:00 Eastern Standard
Oh
Time,
man.
Virtual Man Cave presents MLB
Nigga,
with
Jay, what
Nate
are
the
you talking
Great.
about right now?
What happened? I didn't hear
What
you.
the fuck?
Nah, we about
You
to
That
close
talking
nigga
the
like
ain't
we
show.
never.
We've
off
been out here
air,
for an hour and a
nigga.
half.
You doing a commercial, nigga. We ain't even off air, nigga. We talking about cocaine.
He ain't let us do our Ric Flair eulogy, son. Yo, he hit us with the true. Yo, he hit on his Truman Show vibe.
Oh man.
All show,
I'm
son.
trying to. We
This
said we was
nigga
gonna keep it to
stay
an hour
talking
and a half.
about
I'm trying to
this
do
nigga
the
giving
promo.
the goodbyes and shit. We still talking about cocaine and Ric Flair and shit. What the fuck
Oh
is going
man.
on right now?
That is the transition. That is when it's time for the transition. Cause
Yo, it's funny
we
because
got
every
5
time
minutes
you
left.
leave, you know what's crazy? Because every time we leave, we see nothing but bricks, nigga. Bricks is crack.
Yo.
Look, now I gotta change the background, yo.
Yeah, you do.
Nah, you just gotta write woo on the back. That's all.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, he didn't change it
Cocaine
back.
nah,
pink.
yo, the nigga changed the cocaine white.
Nigga went from the basement to the penthouse, son.
Oh man.
Yo, this what happens, man. I got it out the mud, yo.
Oh shit.
I was selling the bricks, yo.
Yo. Oh.
But yo, like I said, man, we've been out here for an hour and a half already on this internet.
Mhm.
Yo. Time to wrap it up, close it up. But before we go, man, listen. Every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got the Virtual Man Cave presents MLB with Nate the Great. Please, man, tap into that show. That show is amazing, informative, keep you up to date on everything going on in baseball. Coming soon, we're going to have D Rigger, a.k.a. Unk, you know what I'm saying, story time post up with Unk. He going to let us know about life, what's going on in his mind, and what
Nigga,
he got
what?
going on in his world.
Story time
Hey,
post. The
Troy, you
fuck?
should come,
What
bro.
happened now, nigga? What? I thought it was NFL
Yeah,
with
man. I
fucking
want
Nate.
you to be. Hey, I need you on the show with me, Troy.
Nigga, I thought it was NFL, nigga. What the fuck is this bullshit going on? What the
Yo,
fuck?
Come
man, we
on,
gonna
Troy.
add
Come
NFL
on,
What
to
was
man.
the
If
the
I had to
show,
name?
put you
bro.
on
What
mute
You
real
was
haven't
the
been
fast,
name,
doing that.
son?
man.
Yo,
What
you
was the
ain't been here
name? Say the
recently.
name again,
Nigga,
son.
what
Yo,
are
change
y'all?
up
What the
every
fuck?
week. We
You
different,
ain't.
bro. It's the cocaine. It's the crack. You know, if it ain't crack, it's something
Yeah,
else.
then up next, you know what I'm saying, we got coming up, we're going to have Arthur Sobers coming up with his show and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Exercise
Put
Health
this
is
nigga on
Wealth
mute
on
for
the
real.
Virtual Man
He
Cave
put this nigga on
platform.
mute.
And pretty soon, Troy himself is going to have his own platform. You know what I'm saying? He's going to teach y'all dirty people
Yo,
how to cook, yo.
wait. No. What was Unk's show name again?
He came up with the title Story Time with Unk.
Nigga, what happened? I thought it was NFL with Unk. What the fuck?
He going to talk
Oh
about the
no, bro, we
NFL
got to do
too.
something different.
He said story time or what? What he said?
What the fuck is story time with Unk, bro?
Unk got stories to tell.
What the fuck he
Ask
got
him.
to tell?
I don't know. That's why you got to listen to the podcast. You got to
God
listen to the
damn.
show when he
Well,
do it.
he was born in 1982, nigga, so I guess so.
56.
82. You mean
82.
1802?
You need that.
I got time, yo. Troy, you gotta be my first guest. We gonna talk about some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Unc
I
was
guess
born in
so,
like
because I don't know what
Unc
the
was
fuck is
born in
going
like
on right now.
58.
Yo, before we get up out of here, though, man, what y'all got to say to the folks, man, before we slide off?
Let Art go first. He ain't said much to all that.
All right, what you got for the people?
Woo!
Yeah,
Nah, but seriously, nah. Y'all know what I got, man. As always, keep God first. Everything else will follow. That's all.
All right. Yo, Nate, what you got for the people?
No matter what you're going through in life, you don't have to go through it alone.
I bet, nigga.
Sure.
Yo, man,
What you got for the people?
Yo, man, don't let these energy vampires get you, man. You're talking about positive manifestations for the rest of the time, baby.
Yo, Leo, man. I'm gonna save you, Leo. I'm gonna give it a minute. Troy, what you got for the people?
Yo, I don't know, nigga, because it was crazy. Yo,
Yo, Leo,
yo.
what you got?
I'm still trying to process.
Yo,
Man, died
yo,
5 years ago.
I didn't get my outro. What the fuck's going on in here? Niggas got sideshows.
Of course, yo.
shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Troy, what you
My
got for the
bad.
people? Leo, what you got for the folks?
Oh, I told you I'm still trying to process that Ric Flair died 5 years ago.
Yeah, word.
Shit.
Listen, man. Be cool how y'all be cool, man, and flow like water, man. We appreciate y'all for tapping in, tuning in. We hope y'all enjoy the show. We see y'all next week.
Wait. I got one question. I thought Digger was doing the show tonight.
Yo, Leo came in and made an executive
Nah,
decision.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Leo made an executive decision.
How the fuck you take control, nigga?
Nah, listen.
They did it right before the show too, Troy. They just
Leo made an executive decision.
It was him. It was that dude right there, yo. Black hat took over tonight, bro.
Troy,
Black hat took
you see
over
that
tonight.
face he got right now? That's the same face he had when we locked on. Executive decisions was made, Joe.
Okay.
And Troy was flipped. He said, "Fuck."
So everybody knew but me.
It was in the group chat.
It was in the group chat. That's why I know.
Oh, I ain't even see.
You said, "Fuck that." You see what I'm saying? He got mad. He said, "Fuck."
Yeah.
No, I ain't even see none of that.
Because you gotta see, look, I'll do his Purple Rain shirt on and everything for this motherfucking shit.
I was dressed, boy.
He was ready, bro. This nigga was super ready. And y'all niggas just fucking declined this shit.
Yo, matter of fact, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I need that dude right over there.
Yo, nigga
I can't even point the right way.
He bought that shirt yesterday to get ready for this shit, and y'all niggas declined this whole shit.
Did he not? Did he or did he not, Troy? He had it on there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yo, so
that's why I was surprised. I was surprised to see Jay. I was like, "What the fuck, Jay doing?"
Listen, Leo came with executive decision. He was like, nah. I don't know what we do with executive decisions, chill.
He said, fuck no,
it ain't go down like that.
Yeah, he was like, nah. He was like,
the fuck Boston. He gave me the fuck Boston.
You know why? You know why he said that? He was like, yo, he was like, be smoking that K2. We gotta chill.
we gotta relax. We gotta
relax.
Hey, yo. We be back next week with another wonderful episode, another wonderful show, yo. But these are the antics that go on behind the stage, man. This is what y'all gonna have to pay for on a Patreon account. Y'all get this good type of background information and behind the scenes content. Right now, we can't give it out y'all for free. As always, man, I didn't highlight it. I should have did it earlier, yo. But y'all see the Cash App, $ Virtual Man Cave donations. We need them. Peace, love. We catch y'all next week, yo. We out of here.
You need that stripper money.
All right, so that was a dope show.
Yeah.
Nigga, the shit ain't over. It's still on.
Nah, ended this.
No.
Oh.